Am I the a-hole for embarrassing my stepmother by telling our neighbor that her relationship is a product of an affair? Okay. What do you think?
I don't know. I just got here.
What do you think? Like,
Huh?
just the title, I haven't even been through it, but like anyone's going to be embarrassed knowing that. So yeah, you kind of are. I mean, in a good way, but you are. So my 16th female birthday is soon. I want to celebrate with my mom and siblings on the actual day, but my dad asked if I could come over to his, are you serious? To celebrate my birthday as well as his housewarming party. No, thank you. But like, thanks for offering, thanks for thinking about me, but no.
Okay.
Anyway, I did not want to come. I'm not on good terms with my dad or his wife and new kids. But because of the custody arrangements, I have to spend some weekends with him. My stepmom is someone who is very eager to please everyone, and she loves bragging about her lifestyle. She just carries herself in an extremely condescending way. My parents divorced when I was 7, whilst my mom was going through chemotherapy for stage 3 breast cancer. So, there's already good news there. What? My mom's still alive, so that's good. My dad had an affair when my mom was in hospital, and he said it was due to the stress of having to look after us and that he needed some female comfort. Bruh. Whatever the hell that means. Okay, that's really crappy.
Absolutely.
And that's really low, especially when you're like with someone that this is supposed to be your life partner forever. And the worst thing that could actually happen to a person is losing their health, and the person is in you, like you're with that person, and you probably know that you're going to stick with them if they were in the same situation, and he thinks like, you know what, maybe now is a good time to have an affair when she's like literally almost dying. That's just disgusting.
Absolutely.
Now, they tried to make things work after the affair, but they never could, since my dad wouldn't stop seeing my now stepmom, who was my mom's co-worker. Okay, it just gets worse and worse. So she actually knew the woman, and she's like, you've worked with this person, you've probably had some sort of a relationship with her, and you've seen her be alive, healthy and fine, and is going through hell, literally. And you're thinking the best thing to do is to like literally be with her. Take her husband. That's just disgusting.
Yes, exactly.
This was the biggest betrayal. My mom worked in a small business. Everyone was like family, and her co-workers visited us often and used to bring us goodie bags. My stepmom was one of them. Ew. They've been married for 9 years now, and I have never been able to have a relationship with them. How could you? Like, you're already 7 and she saw everything happen. So during the housewarming event, one of the neighbors approached me and asked how I feel about having a stepmom and blended family. She was asking me because her daughter, who is in a similar age range to me, struggles with it. I just flat out told her that I don't view them as family because their affair broke any relationship. She was visibly shocked, and my stepmom was bright red. And my stepmom was bright red and was stuttering, saying that there was no overlap and that I was young and confused. Excuse you, I was 7, and I remember seeing you and daddy together too often. Oh my gosh, and she's actually 69. It's not like a kid saying stuff. It's like, yeah, it's an adult and they know exactly what they're talking about. She proceeded to lock herself up in her room crying, and when the party was over, my dad screamed at me saying that I'm so hard to love and that I'm so bitter. That's ill. I don't understand men. Like, I literally don't understand. Like, sometimes it's just impossible to understand. This is his child, his kid. Because of one strange woman, you'd say those type of mean words that you can never take back to a child who is not even like a baby, who probably doesn't have a full brain yet, but like an adult who's she's going to remember that. Even when they fix all of the situation, she's going to remember those words.
Absolutely.
I told him that I feel the same way. I tried to act like it didn't hurt me, but I'm so upset that my own father would say this to me. Makes sense, as you should be. I always knew he loves his new family more than me, but I didn't expect him to say it outright. My stepmom said that if I come over, she would no longer spend weekends with him and will take the kids away. My dad is on the phone with my mom asking if it would be fine if I no longer come over. Oh wow. He's clearly choosing, and the fun fact is like karma always has a way to rearrange them and wait for him to get old and bring him back to your lap begging. My stepmom is now refusing to leave the house, saying she's humiliated and can no longer show her face around the neighborhood, which is quite close-knit. So do you guys think I am the a-hole? I know what I did was wrong, but what they did was 100 times worse. Just looking for an objective opinion. And this is some objectivity for you. What you said wasn't nice, but they kind of deserve it. Like you said, what you did was wrong, but what they did was 100 times wrong with an ER. So it was wronger. Just like the only silver lining I see is like her mom survived chemo, and that's like awesome. And it's good that she still has her mom to deal with, because like she low-key doesn't have a dad. Is that one even still a dad? Let me know in the comments. Like, I don't know. I don't think we'll consider him a dad. What do you guys think? Some more family drama. Am I the a-hole for holding on to my niece's belongings until my things were returned?
Bruh.
So a few weeks ago, my sister and her daughter came over for a visit. We had a nice time. The adults chatted in the kitchen while the kids played in the living room. I collect some ceramic figurines and display them on a shelf.
Nice.
They aren't worth much, but they're special to me. A few days after their visit, I noticed some figurines were missing. At first, I thought I had misplaced them, but then I saw a photo on social media that my sister posted. One of my figurines was sitting on a shelf in my niece's room. Ouch. And she didn't ask. I mean, it's a kid, but like, you should learn to ask. I messaged my sister and asked if they had taken them by mistake. She said her daughter probably took them because she liked them and promised to bring them back next time. Maybe next time she should ask before taking them. When they visited again, the figurines didn't come with them. My sister said she forgot. By then, I was more annoyed than anything. After they left, I gathered up all the little things my niece had left behind during previous visits. Some toys, notebooks, and hair accessories, and gave them to my sister's friend who works nearby. I asked her to return them only after I get my stuff back. It's like, I've got your stuff. You can get them when I get my. The next evening, my sister called clearly upset. She said I was being petty and that I shouldn't drag kids into adult problems. I told her that if her daughter was old enough to take things that don't belong to her, she was old enough to learn that actions have consequences.
Okay.
The next day, my sister showed up with not only my figurines, but also a few extra ones that weren't even mine. So her daughter has been moving around, collecting everything she feels like. I hope she doesn't go to a bank. Everything she feels like is cute. I like this. She collects it. I returned them all and give back her daughter's things as well. I told her that in the future I expect her to handle things more seriously if something like this happened again. Now my sister is mad and says I've overreacted. My mom thinks I should have just had a calm talk instead of making a point like that. Well, I think the point worked, so whatever works worked. Yeah, it's the only thing that got her to listen. So I think Reddit said she's not an a-hole. Am I the a-hole for taking my brother-in-law to small claims court for a prank?
Yes, you are!
I mean, I'm thinking it's a bit too much, but let's see why. I recently took my brother-in-law to small claims court over a prank he pulled on me. And now my wife and family are furious. I think the wife would be furious. It's your brother-in-law. I need to know if I'm in the wrong here.
Yes, Commander.
A few months ago, we were at a family barbecue. I had a few too many beers and fell asleep in the homework with my shirt off. My brother-in-law, who was completely sober, thought it would be hilarious to fill my belly my belly button with super glue. At some point, I must have touched it because when I woke up, I had glue partially dried in my belly button and on my finger. So yeah, he probably must have touched it.
Poor little guy.
We tried to remove it, but it was stuck. The glue had adhered to my skin. What type of dumb prank is that? When we attempted to peel it off, it caused some tearing across the edges. Unfortunately, my job's insurance has a $1,000 ER copay, but I had no choice. I had to go to the ER. They used a solvent and an ointment to remove the glue, and after everything, I was left with a medical bill of $2,253, which he would pay happily, obviously, right?
No.
Like anyone would pay, right? I asked my brother-in-law to cover the cost since he caused the situation. He refused. Excuse you, what? After trying to resolve it privately, I took him to small claims court and I won. Obviously. Like, at this point, I feel like if the wife is mad, she would have intervened and been like, you're not a child, you did this, even if you were drunk, you did this, and it's your responsibility to own up to your actions and take care of it.
Yes, exactly.
However, he still hasn't paid. This has caused a major rift in my family. My wife is upset and her family thinks I overreacted. No, you did not. It was... I don't understand. Like, kids don't understand consequences and their actions, but adults too. Come on. So, edit. The reason my wife was upset is because her brother was getting through a divorce and between jobs. Well, we should make it a monthly payment then. Like, even if it's like $100, but a monthly payment, and we still have to take accountability for our actions. I mean, if we're going through like a shitty time in life, which sucks, we're still responsible for our actions. Now, everyone knew he did it. He even admitted it. He blames his ADHD. Ask ADHD to pay, no offense, but like, doesn't make sense.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't want to garnish his pay. The reason I didn't try more to clean the glue off of me was because I have scars in my navel from gallbladder surgery about 3 years ago. Why would they tamper with something that he already had surgery on? It's like a really dumb joke to play. Like, I get it, make fun of someone, film him, write stuff on his stomach, but not glue. What was he thinking? Like, we don't just go around carrying out our intrusive thoughts.
Okay.
My mother-in-law has offered to pay the bill, but she's on a fixed income and I would feel like an a-hole for taking money from her, which makes sense. Of course, I'm the villain and only my sister-in-law is on speaking terms with me. My wife is only barely in my side. It was her that took me to the ER, not thinking it would cost that much. I figured blood is thicker than water. I didn't expect this thread to blow up. Well, it did, but I think that I don't see anything wrong. Like, I don't know, would you support your spouse in this case, like sort of against your family? But I think everyone's actions deserve consequences and brother should be paying his consequences. And to be fair, he's going through stuff and it's bad, but maybe make him pay like $100 for the next 1 year. He's not going to go through the divorce for 2 years, is he? But like $100 for 2 years makes sense. What do you guys think? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.